you ever try to do a double debut again? I would like to, I've said this before, but my intent was to do that with every single member. My intent was, when we were still in a group, was to do one of those with every member. And maybe some of them would end up trio models, just because of how much time it would take for me to like, it would take me years to get through that unless I was debuting every month, you know? But I wanted to do like a lot of duo outfits, maybe some trio or even quadruple outfits. There were some where people were into the idea. And that was something I was planning through like 2024. I was working on a lot of that. And like the one with Mia Mouse was just the first one because she was like easiest to work with on getting a model done quickly. You know what I mean? Because she already has like her pipeline set up. She's used to having a lot of models. So she was going to be the fastest one to be able to do that. So I was like, okay, let's do us first. And we were exploring like certain content together, a whole bunch of stuff. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. And we were working on that first. And then like all the other stuff happened. So I didn't push the other projects forward. I only focused on that one because it was already going. The others were like queued up, but not going yet. So I was like, ooh, let's put these aside for now. But I do want to go back to them. And I've talked to some people about it for the future of just kind of like trying to do something like that together because I thought it'd be really nice. It's harder when you're not in the same company to organize, but it can be done. Do the sock puppets count? They do. Me and Haruka did do the sock puppets together. But also I wanted to do like a detective theme with Haruka. So that's a consideration. But she doesn't use her base model that she has right now. And I don't know if she'll get a new one or if she'll kind of stay with her chibi model, stuff like that. I actually don't know. So that was one of the reasons I didn't push it because I was like, why? You know, I'm not trying to like push that when she's still figuring out what she wants to do with that, you know? So yeah. And yeah, she has like bad memories with the old model. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, use it for me, you know? You know what I mean? I also just like her as a chibi model. I just feel like it suits her. So yeah, maybe we'll do chibi models together at some point. Who knows? What was your duo outfit with Matara B? Might? Yeah. I just become a roach. I think there's a lot of potential for a lot of group models still. But honestly, the hardest part is picking what theme. What theme do you do? There's so many options. And all of us like very different things. I don't know. Sentai? No. Poop deli. This is the problem. This is the problem. What do you pick? Idols? I like idol outfits, but I think they're boring. Unless you're doing a concert with them. If you're doing a concert with them, then the whole point is it fits the concert. But if you're just like doing an outfit debut and you're just gonna stream with it, I think as clothing, they're boring. They only look good when you're performing in them and the way they move. You know what I mean? That's kind of like what they're designed for. I don't know. About to return to space and meet Space Geega. Do you think she would do a space outfit? Because her outfit doesn't really say space. That's just like a lore thing for her. I wonder if she would ever do a space outfit. I would do one. I already have one for my chibi model. I would go full space, but I don't know. It'd be fun if people's group models were each based on each individual member. So like you get a model based on my lore and I get one based on yours. Oh, so you fit into, oh, yeah, Joel, imagine like we have my main outfit, right? And you get like a uniform that makes it look like you make sense if you stand next to me. Yeah, I like that. Not full cosplaying, but like, you know what my lore is, right? So what if you were like, yeah, like Royal Guard, right? Like something like that kind of fitting into the lore. That could be cute. And then what would I do to fit into yours? Full porcelain doll. Me, but I'm a porcelain doll. Oh, marionette puppet master. That's a little crazy for his lore though. Maybe just also from the same like mansion type thing. Although people say that like we already look like we make sense next to each other lore wise, kind of. But I think it's more art style and general vibe. Divorce lawyer. My divorce lawyer model. Maybe. I really wanted to do for what was it called? We had a it was This Is Halloween. I was gonna say we had a Halloween thing that we did. We did a This Is Halloween cover and they drew like us each as witches. And I really wanted us to do some of those outfits as model outfits together. That was something I really wanted to do, but then we would have had to wait till the next year and then issues ensued, you know, with all the other issues. We were doing a yearly Halloween something project because every time Zen planned it, because Zen loves Halloween. Honestly. So Zen was like, I would really like us to have a kind of a tradition of always doing something for Halloween, like some sort of cover or something. And we were all like, yeah, let's do that. So she would kind of like put it together each year, which was nice. So I'm not asking some of them like if they still want to do the outfit stuff again, if they want to revive that. A lot of people have been interested, but I haven't been like, let's do it now, you know, like, let's plan it now. But I'd have to bother them with it. I don't know. I just want to do group projects because they're fun. They're just fun and I want to do them. And I feel like the community has fun with it because we still still have one community, even if like they're a little segmented. I don't feel like they're more or less segmented than they ever really were before. I kind of feel like community-wise, our communities are the same people as they were before, you know? And we always shared a lot of community with each other. So if we do a project in group or not in group, I don't think it makes much of a difference, really. I just don't think it does. Not at all. In general, group outfits need to be more thematic, even if it's not a VTuber group specifically. I agree, Joel. I feel like a lot of the time when people do projects with their friends, they don't actually theme them together enough. They theme them together like they'll be like, oh, we're both doing outer space themes, but they won't theme it together in a way where the artists are talking to each other and sharing design elements and sharing a color palette. You know what I mean? Like they don't actually do it the same way in like a game where the character designs all look like they make sense together. They don't do it like that. And I would like it to be like that. You know, a skin line with a group theme would be neat. That's what we were trying to do, or I say the members were pushing for it, and the members wanted to, I gotta say members and not just like to separate, but the members were often asking like, can we do something with a game again where we do skins together? Like, can we do that? Like actually in a game, but it's really hard to get that sort of deal done. Actually, I don't know how hard it was. I think it was, I don't know. I don't know, but I think I know what the problem was. Is what I'll say. We were asking for that. But yeah, I wanted to do that and then like have us have models of said skins maybe, especially if they were like themed after the game a little bit. That's what I wanted to do. Once you have a theme, you do world building things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Joel. I mean, Joel, the thing is with doing group stuff like that, it has to be like, you need one person to be the art director. That's really what it is. It's more expensive to get group thematic stuff together. Unless you're all using the same designer. You have like one designer working overtime and making 4 different outfits for 4 different people, which is actually what Mouse and I did for our duo outfits. Those were designed by the same person. So the artist drew one of us first and made a design, and then after that drew the other person and like took some elements between the two and matched them. And that was like the whole thing. That worked out. Want to art direct a group outfit? Yes. We should do that, Joel. We should get like, I don't know, fucking me, you, Juniper Egg. Like something like that, you know what I mean? Get like a couple friends and just plan some set a date ahead of time and be like, we're doing this by this date, okay? And we just do like matching outfits. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get friends to do those kinds of projects though, because then they have to pay for the model. And that's, you know, they're not cheap. Which means that you're cutting into, if they had a budget for the year, some people don't even do 1 model a year, you know? Some people have 1 model every 3. So you have to find people that are like, we're going to do a model or 2 in the year anyway, and then they have to be willing to take that kind of slot, right? They imagine in their head like a slot. They have to be willing to take that one that they were going to do and make it a group thing instead and not do like their own solo project that they probably already envisioned, you know? That's really what makes it hard to plan it out, is because you kind of got to get people to want to do that to want to do all that. It's definitely expensive, but if a sponsor came in, it could work really well. Joel, I'm gonna be so real with you. It's so rare that we can get game sponsors doing that. Like genuinely, I know I've done a few and I've had so many people ask me about them. They don't happen for the most part. In order to get the ones that I've had happen, I've done quadruple backflips to make them happen. But I get you, Joel. That's what I want. But yeah. And when they do happen, it's often nowadays they're doing like what you saw with a Mouse PI, where it's like a chibi model or like a slight reskin, or like Resident Evil did it as well. And that's a big company doing Resident Evil, right? And they're like, yeah, you can just do like a little something, you know, doing like a whole one like I did for Neo. That's like insane. Or my Monster Hunter one. I still think to this day, it's only been Hololive, me and Limes that did those, which kind of gives you an idea of like, it's hard. If you're in indie especially, it's really hard. But I'm trying. That's like one of my goals, is to do that. But I really don't think anyone other than me can like pave a path for other people to get that sort of stuff. It's hard. Taro. Yeah, Tara was part of the project I was in, and I pulled her into that, you know. Tenma got one too. I also got her in on, the one that I was doing with Neo. It was 3 of us. Actually, Sayako also had one for Neo 3. I was able to get not just myself, but to get 2 other people sort of in on that through our system, and I got Sayako and Tenma to also get Neo 3 outfits, which was really cool. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to like use myself as the guinea pig and then like use that pull to get more for other people. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how you have to do it. System is in your company? Yes. There have been some earlier ones that were like pre my company that I still used my influence to make happen, but wouldn't necessarily have been through the company at the time, you know? But at this point, yeah, it's all through that. Is that due to cost or not wanting others to be part of the property? It depends on the company. A lot of companies, they just won't pay for it. They just straight up won't pay for it. They'll pay for like the Resident Evil one is a good example. Some of them will pay for you to do like a mild reskin, like, oh, add a zombification toggle. That's a lot smaller than get a whole model, right? Or I did like a chibi model for it, which is a lot cheaper than doing like a whole crazy outfit. So that's kind of doable sometimes. But being like, let me do a 5-figure model, right, or close to it for multiple people, that sort of thing, that is really, really, really a hard sell. Because why would they pay, let's say someone's model is $10,000. Why would they pay $10,000 for one person who they're already sponsoring to play the game to also get a model when they could just take that 10K and sponsor multiple other streamers to get more reach for their game? Because the whole point of them paying for these anything is to get your game in front of more people. It's marketing the game. It's about the video game. You know what I mean? So like, that's why it's such a hard sell. The outfit doesn't, always mean good things in their mind. I still think it's worth it, and I have data to kind of show them why it is a good marketing move, but I have to get in the room with them and talk to them about it and put that in front of them. Like, it's hard to get that conversation on the table, But yeah, it's really hard. But I have been able to do more like, okay, if you won't put out budget for this thing, can you do this instead? Which is like, yeah, like the mouse PI model, something like that. Like, how about we just do a chibi model? Yeah, or like low poly, exactly, Joel, like that kind of stuff. I think there's a lot of potential for that. And then if you do that, maybe then you're like, hey, next time, maybe like 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, you do more, But it's a very, it's a process. I've been talking to a lot of them about doing assets. Instead of doing like a whole model for someone, make a live 2D asset that a lot of people can use while streaming the game. So you're not paying for like one unique model that's used by one person. Instead, it's something that a lot of people use. Like a good example is there was an Apex event a while back, and something they had them make was the Lifeline drone, the drone that Lifeline throws out for healing. They made a live 2D asset like that, and you'd put it like behind your VTuber model. It looks like it's like attached to you. Stuff like that, is good because then anyone could do that, right? That kind of stuff. Yeah, get everyone a Palico, right? So I'm trying to talk to them about that kind of stuff wherever I can, because I think there's so much potential. Kulanika Bola had a fantastic item. And wow, what company was that through, Joel? What company was the Kulanika sponsor from, huh? I wonder. I didn't even do that sponsorship, but I was working on that, Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to push. Because I think I'm trying to do right by the companies, by the publishers in the games. I'm not trying to waste their budget. You know what I mean? So for certain games, I think the outfits make sense. Others, it might not. Maybe mascots better, blah, blah, blah. And I'm always just kind of, I'm doing like really, really, really intense analysis of what will actually help them and trying to present that to them. It's a lot. It's a lot of effort. Are marketing timelines an issue? They don't want to handle the lead time it would take to make something like this happen with an independent. That is one of the biggest issues. There are companies who come to me and are like, I would love to do like maybe an outfit with a VTuber. And I'm like, okay, when's your game coming out? And they're like, yeah, it's in 2 months. And I'm like, what the... Oh yeah, it's in 5 weeks. I'm sorry, most people are planned 6 months out. Like, what? Is it possible? Yeah. Is it smart to do that? No. Because here's the thing. There are VTubers who can contact their artists and get a project done. Sometimes if like the artist just happens to be available, they can get done in 2 months. Usually 3. 3 is like the one that's like a short timeline but doable. But what about merch companies? They don't move that quick. They do not. That's number 1. Number 2, all the stars have to align. Your artist and the people rigging and all these different people have to align. Number 3, you're not making a model for you. You're making it for the company, which means when you get your outfit design done, now you have to hand it to them and they have to approve it. And they never like the first version. They will always be like, actually, you have to do this and this and this and this. And then you have to go back and forth a million times. So whatever, if you hear 3 months and you're like, oh, I could do that, it's actually going to take 5, You got to add 2 months just for back and forth with their design teams. So it's like, but they'll still come to me and be like, I got 5 weeks. Can you do it? They do it all the time. And I'm like, what are you saying to me? That's where I'm like, maybe we do an asset or something. maybe we do a mascot, So it's a little easier. But I try my best. I genuinely do try to move heaven and earth for them if I can, And that's why it's been working. It's because they see me doing, like I said, quadruple backflips to try and get their shit done sometimes. And a lot of the stuff you see other people doing, I worked on, even if it's not for me. I'm just like, I've got my hands in there, like trying to move it along as best I can. It's a lot. Planning in advance is good, but that's not how the sponsor world works. They don't come to you 6 months in advance to plan a sponsorship. They come to you 2 months before, on average. They come to you within 6 to 10 weeks of the game being released. That's the window where most game sponsors will contact someone and be like, hey, we're 6 weeks out, we're 8 weeks out, and our game's coming out this date. And that's to start negotiations. That doesn't mean that you're doing anything. That just means they're starting talking to you. And then a lot of the time your contract with them isn't actually signed and done deal, whatever, until like 1 month or a couple weeks before the sponsorship. That's normal. So if you're trying to do extra stuff like, oh, an outfit or blah, 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 no. No, that just doesn't happen. Most software companies only set launch dates when the game goes gold. Yeah, this is why I'm trying to build these types of relationships with publishers and things where they do come to me way earlier to work on stuff, even if we don't have a set date, So even if I get an outfit, a project done, and we know the game doesn't even have a launch date yet, but we know it will be within quarter 3 or 4 of the year or something like that, right? Like, at least that's enough for me to go off of to get it done, right? So there's that, but...